see your mouth tears, I see your pain. Tell me your problems, I will chase them away.
Sumu. Sakusa. Doc. Help. Samu hurriedly went out the room to call for the doc. Atsumu felt like someone had snatched the floor underneath his feet. He fell on his knees. Umi-kun. Get up. Wake up. Umi-kun. No. The doc came running at the beeping noise, closely followed by Samu and some nurses. Atsumu stood up with the support of the wall. He lowered his head to hide his expression. What's happening? What happened to him? He was stable. He was stable just now. Code blue. Nurse. Code blue. Nurse, please guide the patient's family outside. The doctor glared at Atsumu but didn't say anything, instead focused on the patient. After this, everything felt like a slow-motion blur. The doctor saw as the gray-haired boy dragged out the blonde-haired boy by his collar quite roughly, pulling him and cursing insults in low growls. The bouquet of flowers that fell from his hand when he got dragged out by his collar. All this while the blonde boy didn't resist. He also saw those ribboned flowers that the boy brought getting trampled by the nurse's hurried entry. The doctor just turned his gaze, concentrating on his patient, rolling up his sleeves to prepare the defibrillator and charge the amp. Doc, please do something so that my brother doesn't become a murderer. Atsumu flinched at that word. The ashen boy glared at the lying patient and left as the hospital room door slammed shut. Sumu hurriedly checked his phone. A message flashed again. That was phenomenal. I wish I could view it live and an encore. But you could have done it better. Your score 74 100ths. But I am kind, so I will let you go with this much. Please, continue to keep your mouth shut and cut off every single form of contact with Kiyumi-san. Or who knows, maybe this time your brother's smiling face. P.S. My eyes are everywhere, so choose your words carefully. Atsumu breathed heavily. He quickly hid the phone. When his brother came close, he shook him by his shoulder. No, I have to protect Samu. How can she threaten my brother? I can't let anything happen to him. I can't let more people get involved with my stuff. Osamu was holding Atsumu by his collar and raised his fist. The Fuya looking at her phone for, look at me. I will give ya 1 sec, bro. Before I bash her face in, and I won't be holding back at all. Sumu just looked down and then sideways, his eyes weren't focused. Don't hold back then. His retort barely carried weight. Tell me the truth. There is something else, isn't there? Atsumu snarled and snapped back, raising his voice. I told Ash to sit in the house. Yet ya came. Well, now ya know this is the truth. I am tired of him. Why the heck ya butting in my private matter? Being my brother doesn't give ya that privilege. Ya better not cross the line. Samu gazed down. He was disappointed cause this wasn't his brother. He looked up at his twin's eyes. They looked unfocused and hollow. Hoping to see something else in those golden eyes, perhaps a lie. Maybe Sakusa was right, everything Sumu spat was a lie, but what was the truth behind such a drastic change in behavior? Sumu, give me something I know, or lying. Samu pleaded his brother. Sumu couldn't hear his brother calling him. The sound of people walking. Nothing, he was drowning in a sea of white noise. Samu shouted cause he thought that his brother was in shock. He shook his collar trying to bring him back. He kept holding Atsumu's collar but his hand was trembling, he couldn't land one hit. While Atsumu continued to look at him indifferently. You're not worth hitting. I told ya this is the truth. Ya better believe it. You're not my brother. My Sumu ain't like that. If ya wanted to break up, ya could have done it another way. Because of ya he went into second cardiac arrest. What will ya do if he dies? Will ya be able to take responsibility for his death? Will ya be able to live with this? Answer me, shithead. Will ya? How did ya know that? Did ya hide it from me? Sumu asked angrily. I hid it from ya cause ya looked like Shiat. Ya were not coming home sometimes. Ya were always looking like Shiat. Not eating properly. Not sleeping. Not answering to whatever I ask. I didn't want ya to worry more. That doesn't give ya any right to hide things like this. Does it really matter? It didn't look like ya were concerned about his well-being at all. After the nonsense ya spouted. Ya have the galls to interrogate me when I was thinking of ya. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Everything is over anyway. Sumu's eyes went wide. He didn't know that Sakusa had a heart attack before. He lowered his head as his eyes started to sting again. I didn't know that. Oh God, what have I done? But Aya will keep her word, right? She won't let him die, right? I thought she loved him. No way. Umi-kun can't die. Osamu, who was waiting for an answer, felt like he couldn't recognize his brother anymore. He squeezed his eyes shut to regain composure and whispered in low growls. Don't bother coming home tonight. Samu turned his back and prepared to leave. After a few seconds, he heard a loud thud. He wheeled his head back to see Sumu was lying unconscious on the ground. Sumu. He let out a frantic scream, calling his twin. Get up. Oi, Sumu. He tried to splash water. Shake him, but Sumu was unresponsive. Samu hurriedly tried to contact the doctor, carrying his brother inside the hospital. The doctor helped Samu lay him down on a bed. What happened, Mr. Mia? I don't know. He suddenly fell. Please save my brother, please. His vitals and heart rate seems to be in disarray, but it's slowly turning back. I believe he will be okay, but for now I will try to keep him in observation. The doctor wasn't able to finish before Sumu's eyes fluttered open. He sat up. Where am I? Why am I in this hospital? My head. Atsumu's phone vibrated again. Calm down, Atsumu-san, it's just a joke. Atsumu looked around the room, thinking, how can she watch my every move? He felt shudders in his spine and bile crawling up his throat. His stomach cramped up. Pale and breathing heavily, he got startled as the phone vibrated again. And I hope you will let it remain a joke. Don't faint so easily. You gotta take better care of yourself, okay? P.S. Kiyumi-san is alright. So you better get the frick out of this hospital. Good luck, smiling face. The subtle threats interlaced within the messages spiked Atsumu's heartbeat again. Feeling dread, he immediately got up and almost stumbled, falling in his brother's arms, who was talking with the doctor. Ya friggin' fainted. Just stay here for now. Stop being a brat. No way, not a chance, please let's go home. Please. I will do anything, please I beg ya, let's go from here. Samu could see something scared his twin. But he didn't ask anymore. Your brother's in shock, Mr. Mia. I really recommend that he stays under my observation for today. Didn't I friggin' say I wanna leave? I am fully fine, thank you very much. Atsumu shouted. The doctor, seeing that, signed and gave up. It's okay, doc, I apologize for his behavior. How is he? Yano Sakusa. Sumu tensed up in his brother's arms, gripping his brother's t-shirt sleeve tightly. The doctor pushed his glasses up and sighed. I managed to bring him back. But it's the best interest of the patient that your brother doesn't meet Mr. Sakusa anymore. I don't think my brother wants to meet him anyway. And neither will I let him. Sumu just relaxed his grip on his brother's sleeve and got out of his arms. I won't go home just like ya wanted. Just shut your trap, Sumu, and get in the cab. In no position to refuse me. Thank you, doc. Take care. Both of them got in cab with Sumu trying his best to avoid his brother's gaze and reached home without uttering a single word. After they reached, Samu again grabbed his brother. We ain't done. Sumu looked down again. Looks like I ain't getting nothing out of your trap. The moment Samu released his grip on his brother's shoulder, Sumu almost ran in his room, shutting the door. Samu sighed and headed towards the kitchen and began fixing their dinner. And leaving a text to Suna. Ya coming today? I need to talk about something. Samu. Atsumu was in his room. He couldn't breathe properly. He was coughing while his whole body was trembling as he struggled to breathe. He was kneeling on his bedroom floor and whimpering. I can't breathe, He coughed till his voice became so hoarse that it hurt. Umi-kun. He will hate me now. He should hate me, give me Umi. It hurts so much. I can still hear his voice begging me to stop, yet I didn't. I cruelly kicked him when he was down. I can never forget that face. I can never forget those eyes. I can never forget that voice. It will haunt me forever. My chest, it hurts. I want to be free. I can't tolerate it anymore. Atsumu's stomach cramped up. His pupils dilated as beads of sweat appeared on his flushed skin. His ears were ringing. The ceiling started to sway. As his vision got slowly unfocused, Samu, you are right. I am a murderer. I killed his heart. I have to go. I have to go somewhere else. I have to leave Umi-kun. So that he can be happy. I have to. I don't want to live without him. I can't live without him. It's my fault. Everything is my fault. My fault. Everything is my fault. Everything is. I miss ya. I miss your touch. I will miss your gentle smiles. I will miss your hugs. I can't breathe. Samu. Help me. I miss ya so much. How can I live on? I wanted to set for ya one last time, Umi-kun. Suddenly Atsumu's eyes gleamed while he eyed the box cutter. I know. Atsumu was smiling again. As his eye began to twitch. It was as if he had found an answer to end this pain. After this everything will be fine. I is right, I should just. Downstairs a loud bell interrupted Samu when he was washing the utensils. Who came now? It's nearly night. There shouldn't be any deliveries now. I don't remember ordering. Did he order then? Suna has the key and he will call before coming, so. Samu shouted. Who's this? Delivery, sir. Delivery for Mr. Miya Atsumu. Delivery for Mr. Miya Atsumu, please hurry up. The delivery guy was impatient and banging the door as loudly as possible. Osamu grunted at this rudeness. Okay. Don't break the bell, I'ma lower the damn rating, WTF. Osamu opened the door to see a delivery boy wearing a black jumpsuit uniform and billed cap. His eyes weren't visible due to the shadow casted across cause of the cap. Only some tufts of white hair peered under his billed cap. He was wearing cross earrings which shined under the streetlights. He was huffing like crazy while holding a package. Alright, give it to me. Where do I sign? Sorry about this, sir. Are you Atsumu Miya? There was certain firmness in his voice which drew Osamu's attention. He ended up answering, unable to ignore. No. I am his brother. Is there a problem? I am sorry, sir. Please call him. I will only hand this package over to him since I was specifically instructed to do so. What's the big deal? I told ya that. I suggest you call him, sir. I can't leave without delivering this package. It's important that you hurry. Now, or it will be too late. Osamu felt puzzled. The man was one head taller than him. He had a lean body with broad shoulders. He looked down at Osamu towering over him. His deep voice was almost like a command. Osamu felt a bit intimidated by it. He contemplated that maybe this guy was in a hurry. He saw the delivery truck was in ignition behind him, parked at the front road. The man didn't budge. Neither did he try to forcefully enter. Osamu still closed the gate and told him to wait, thinking that the delivery guy was impatient cause he was getting late for his next delivery. Alright, wait. Here, geez, wonder what did he order? Oi. Get butt down, ya have a package. Dunno whatever shit ya ordered. The delivery guy won't hand me the stuff. Osamu kept knocking without getting any reply. Sumu. Ya asleep? He suddenly panicked. Sumu. Open the damn door, idiot. I said open it. Damn, why did I leave him alone? Osamu body slammed the door and nearly toppled into the room and fell on the floor. What he saw made his blood turn cold. Sumu. He screamed out. Atsumu was lying down on the bathroom floor underneath the sink as a pool of red flowed out into the drain. Sumu, wake up. Osamu's legs were shaking. Wake up. He ran immediately, wrapping a towel around his brother's body and tied his wrist with a handkerchief. He then splashed water on his twin's face while repeatedly calling out his name. Osamu's hands was trembling. He wasn't able to tie the handkerchief properly. The blood was seeping through, dyeing the floor and his clothes crimson. If only I hadn't shouted at him. I should have known. There's no way Sumu was in his right mind. Sumu, please. Please, I beg ya, open her eyes. Curse me. Hit me. Shout at me. Ya can keep being a brat. I swear I will take care of ya. I will protect ya. It's my fault I berated him. I pushed him. If I was a bit more understanding he wouldn't have taken this step. He must be going through something. And I called him a murderer. How could I say that? How could I? Damn you, Sumu, I'ma kill ya. I'ma serious kill ya. Please come back to me, Sumu. Please. Look at me. Come back to me, Aniki. Osamu was crying as he buried his face in Atsumu's chest while holding him dearly. He felt his world collapse. He was panicking so bad that he couldn't understand what he should do next. Just then Atsumu stirred in his arms. Pale and shivering, he immediately hugged him tighter, trying to warm him up. "Sumu. Thank God, I thought I lost ya." Osamu couldn't utter these words. Just then Suna entered into the Miya household. He came later on, so he didn't hear Samu scream. He put down the grocery bags and climbed to the second floor of the house. He came across the twins' bedroom. "Samu, why did you leave the outer house door open? Hey you, there. Oh God. Rin, he. Sumu he." Samu was hyperventilating while hugging Sumu's body in towel. Suna immediately ran to him and shook him by the shoulder. "Calm down. Did you call an ambulance? Calm down, Samu. Breathe. Look at me, look at my eyes, Samu. I don't know, I can't remember. I don't know how to call an ambulance. I can't remember the hospital's number. I can't remember anything." Understanding the situation, Suna dialed the number. An ambulance arrived in 10 minutes and took Sumu in the hospital. While he and Suna rode with him, Osamu's hand were still trembling. His hands were drenched in red. Osamu was holding his brother's hand and shaking until Suna touched his back and whispered, "It's okay, Samu. He will be okay. You came at the right time. Look, the bleeding stopped. It's okay." The moment Suna touched him, Osamu broke down once more, tearing up. Suna took his hands into his and hugged him while Samu began to twitch and violently cry, burying his face in the crook of his neck. The doctor came running as it was emergency trauma. He didn't look at who that patient was. "What happened? What's the stat, nurse?" The doctor was hurrying through the hospital corridor while taking in the brief information. "Patient seems to have a severed radial artery, sir. No other injury observed. But looks like it's under control. The bleeding has stopped. We don't know if this is a case of self-harm or not." The doctor pondered. "If it is, then it will be a messy case. I will have to talk to the psych department." "All right then. Any family?" Osamu and Suna met face to face with the doctor again. "Mr. Miya." The doctor felt a bit startled by meeting Samu, who was covered in blood and was looking blankly as the nurse wheeled his brother in the trauma room. "Mr. Osamu Miya, are you injured? Answer me." "He is not hurt, doc. Not physically, but he is in shock." "All right, I will ask our nurse to check him. Please be seated here. I will be treating your brother and then come back. Take care, Mr. Miya and Mr. Suna Rentaro. Take care, Mr. Suna." The doctor left hurriedly. Suna dragged Osamu to the washroom, after which both of them sat down with him holding Samu's hand. He then gently brushed Samu's hair and nudged him. "Talk to me. Are you doing okay?" Yes, I am fine, but Sumu. He is okay. He is receiving treatment. Do you want some water? Let me go and fetch it." The moment Suna stood up, Samu clutched his hand. Looking at him desperately, he didn't want to be separated. "Please don't leave. What if something happens to? I am not going anywhere. I will come back soon. Samu, it's okay. You can watch me getting water. It's better if you sit." Suna whispered gently in his ears. He gently pushed him down on the bench, forcing him to sit, and then kissed Samu's forehead and stood up to get water from the vending machine. When he came back, Samu immediately hugged his arm tightly while his body was shuddering. Suna sighed. He himself was distressed to look at how tensed his lover was and how suddenly everything had happened. "He looks really scared. And I can guess what's he thinking. He is probably replaying that scene over and over in his head. He's probably scared of losing me." Suna nuzzled Samu's head with his lips, then kissed his fingertips and then his hand. After rubbing his wrist in between his palms for a few minutes, he felt Samu's tensed body relax against him. The nurse came and did some basic checkup on Samu and left. After an hour and a half, the doctor came outside. "Is he okay? Is my brother okay? I knew it. I should have forced him to stay in the hospital like Ya advised. Only if I listened to Ya and did that. I am sore. Doc, how is he?" "He is fine, Mr. Miya and Mr. Suna. He will wake up any minute now. You can see him." Suna and Samu went to visit only to find Atsumu staring at them blankly. Samu was fuming in anger and almost rushed into his brother. He really wanted to smack some sense into him. Understanding that, Suna immediately gripped Osamu's shoulder. "Calm yourself down, Samu. If you hit him I will hit ya and drag ya away. Wait outside for now. But Osamu didn't pay any attention to him and ran to his brother. Suna's accent slipped whenever he was very agitated. Samu was quivering with anger as fresh tears flowed out. He pulled his brother's collar, forcing him to half sit on the bed. How could ya? How dare he, Rin? Suna smacked him. Ow! Rin! Why did ya hit me? Don't take his side, hit him. I said you to calm down. I am not taking anyone's side. I must smack you again. Go outside and wait, will you? Osamu just lowered his head. He then left his brother's collar and walked out. Atsumu gulped and sat up looking down at the bedsheets. He didn't want to face any questions. I am not answering ya. Well, I knew that already. I wasn't gonna ask. All I ask you to remain in hospital for today. I am hoping you will do that. Or do I have to take some measurements so that you do what the doctor said? Suna peered at him with his slanted fox-like eyes. Atsumu thought Suna will judge him. Probably blame him for his much of an ash he was trying to off himself without thinking about his brother. But when Suna didn't ask, neither did blame him. Small tears began to plop down his chubby red cheeks. I will stay. I am sorry for what I did. I didn't think this through. Suna sighed and gently patted his head. If you feel that, then give that apology to your brother when you are able to. We will be outside. But it's nighttime, we may not be allowed to stay. Maybe talk to him tomorrow if you want. Atsumu nodded. Suna left. Samu was trembling, as the horrific scene of his brother lying in a pool of red kept replaying in his mind. Mr. Miya? The doctor's gentle voice broke his trance. I need to check up on you. I am fine. Please let me decide that. You reached at the right time. Your brother is okay. He will be able to go home with you tomorrow. I wasn't able to call ya doc. Sumu would have died. I froze up. It's okay, Samu. I called you doc. Oh, good, and you are his? I am his Fryan. He is my partner. Good thing your partner came. I was worried about you, Mr. Miya. You guys can go home. I will prepare for your brother's discharge tomorrow. I can't leave. I insist that you go home and clean up. Your brother is fine and I will watch over him, so go. But I can't ignore this matter. It looks like a suicide attempt, Mr. Miya. He was in shock. I blamed him for Sakusa's heart attack. I said something I can never take back. It's cause of me. He. I am sorry. It might be true. Whatever you said, it might have triggered him. But I think there's an underlying issue. Because I saw how worried your brother was for Mr. Sakusa. He was always angry at me because I couldn't find what was wrong with him, but he kept getting sicker. That's why. I still can't understand this sudden change. Me too. I can't wrap this shayad around my head. I will watch over him. I still think he will need therapy. And I am here if you want any more help. Thank you, doc. Ya really saved both me and my brother. I will do whatever ya recommend. The doctor smiled and bowed. To which Suna and Samu both bowed and left the hospital. I feel like I am forgetting something. Wait. The delivery guy. What delivery guy? Didn't ya see a delivery guy at the door? He was wearing some dark uniform and a cap. I remember he was wearing shiny cross earrings. Which struck me cause it was flashy. There was no one at the door. Samu. Are you feeling okay? I locked the door when all of us rode the ambulance? But there wasn't anyone when I came to your house. Only the door was open. No, there was. If he didn't come at the right time and insisted on delivering it to Sumu, I would lost him. So he came to deliver the stuff only to your brother? Yay. Believe me, Rin. But there was no one at the door, Samu. When I came, the door was open. But no one was there. He insisted that I go call Sumu. He even said I should go call him before it's too late. It was as if he knew what was going to happen. Calm down, ya are reading too much into this situation. Maybe he left. It's okay. He will come back later on. Tell me what happened before I came. Something happened, right? It doesn't sound like him. It's almost as if he was forced to say those words. Did you see him doing something suspicious? I don't remember clearly. Oh, he was checking his phone. He was hiding it. I am sorry, Samu, but privacy. We need to check it out. Do you have it? Samu took it out, but it was locked. Try Kiyumi's birthday in reverse. It unlocked. How did ya know? Because you use mine as your pin, right? You guys are more similar than you think. I am nothing like that dumbosh. Samu's hand trembled again as he started to tear up. Suna realized it and placed his hand on Samu's shoulder, drawing him closer to his chest, and patted his head. I am nothing like him, that idiot, how could he? There must be a reason and we have to find it. Shish, don't cry. The unlocked phone displayed the wallpaper. It was Sakusa eating ice cream and had a tuft of cream on his nose with flushed red cheeks. The photo was clearly taken by his idiot brother. Both of them looked at the wallpaper and Samu grumbled under his breath. Hate him, my butt, liar. Yes, I agree. Nothing. Not a single thing. Yay, except volleyball stuff and tons of pics of that highlighter germaphobe. I can't find anything that can give any leads. Look, let's come tomorrow morning and then maybe we will get something from him. But both of them knew that Atsumu wouldn't say anything more, like he wasn't in a position to. After all, threats sometimes came from unexpected places.